So transgenders using the bathroom really wasn't an issue. I mean, of course, you had the few people like, oh, I don't want transgenders in my bathroom, but it wasn't really that big of an issue. In fact, they've been using them for years. Only until recently, when a couple of schools in the South decided, hey, let's just ban transgenders from using the bathroom. Why? Because we can. Usually, rules and laws are made by justifiable means. There's no incidents or anything in these schools to justify such a law or rule. Why? Because they're scared. Transgenders scare them. It's because they don't understand it. That's why. They don't understand anything. And because it's different from what they're used to or don't understand it, it's scary and it needs to be banned, and it's just, let's just make their life miserable. That's basically it in a nutshell. How many times have you seen the opposite sex use the opposite sex bathroom? Like males using females and females using males. And if you say you never have, then you're a dirty, filthy liar, and you should be ashamed of yourself for even lying to yourself like that. It happens all the time, especially at concerts. Have you ever been to a concert? The female bathroom line is insane. It takes them longer to get their job done. It's not being sexist. It's not pointing out. It's just they do. Us males are just go in, whip it out, we're done. And most of the men don't even wash their hands, so you know they're gross. But the point is that sometimes a girl has to go so bad. Like she has to go so bad. What she can do is sit there and piss herself? No, she goes into the men's bathroom, uses a stall, gets her job done, washes her hand, and gets out. Does it bother me? No, not at all. I'm like, oh great, there's a woman in the bathroom. Oh no. World's gonna come to an end. Guess what happened? Absolutely fucking nothing happened. She went, used the restroom, got out, no big deal. And you know what? Most of the men didn't say anything. I've seen at a coffee shop, they have those single bathrooms, so you know, one's male and one's female. And the guy was trying to get into the male's bathroom, it was locked, and it was saying it was down for maintenance. What did he do? He went into the female bathroom, and he got his job done. No big deal. No one said anything. Not even the girls. So what's the problem here? It's because people are afraid of something they don't understand. And the majority, not all of them, but the majority of the people who are having an issue with this are the religious conservatives. Yes, it's the same people who are fighting against gay marriage. Why? Because it scares them. And it's the same issue here. It scares them. Does gay marriage hurt anybody? No. Does transgender hurt anybody? No, and the statistics back that up, and I will get into that later. The point is, you're using your religious beliefs and rights to suppress someone else's rights or religion. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. It goes both ways. Yes, you have your freedom, you have your right to believe what you believe in, but to use that against someone else to suppress their rights is fucked up and stupid. You're being childish and you don't understand how to just get along with people. You guys are so fucked up. Like I said before, transgenders have been using the bathroom for years. There are no laws saying that men can't use a female or a female can't use a men's bathroom. There are no laws out there like that. Well, with these new cases coming up, there probably will be. But it's been happening for years, and if you Google transgender incidents, you'll find that there's so little of them doing the molesting. If you find out that transgenders who use the restroom either get harassed and molested themselves. In fact, they're the ones who are the victims in these bathroom molestation cases. And if you Google man rapes boy in bathrooms or molest boys in bathrooms, you see a whole shit ton of results. Same thing with females raping girls in girls' bathrooms. It's there. So where's the issue? The real issue is the real predators. It doesn't matter if they're transgender, male or female. If they do it, they're wrong and they need to go to prison for it. Letting transgenders use a bathroom isn't going to give them an all-access pass to rape and molest people. And that's what they're thinking, is that, oh, once this is happening and we just allow it to happen, even though it's been happening for years, they're going to rape and molest people, even though the statistics show nothing. You want to talk about statistics? Let's talk about statistics. There are statistics out there that show that children are more likely to be molested at church than in a bathroom. Let that sink in for a second. So, should we ban churches? No, of course not. It's because it happens so rarely, and in case this is too. It's not happening all the time. It's not that big of an issue, and in fact, it's not an issue at all. You guys are just making things up because you don't understand it and it doesn't agree with you. Just like gay marriage and everything else that scares you, you're against it. In fact, it's not the first time that religious conservatives have been pushing their rights to suppress others' rights. Look at the blacks during the 50s. Most of the outspoken people who wanted to get everything segregated and just have the blacks in their own places were the religious conservatives. In fact, in the 19th century, the Southern Baptist Church made an argument saying that the Bible supports slavery. They were trying to justify slavery by using the Bible. And here we are with religious views trying to suppress other people's rights. It's not right. You can't do that. You can't do that. I can't explain that enough. You cannot take someone else's rights because you don't agree with them. It goes both ways. Should we take your right religion away? No, but if we did do that, you guys would throw a huge protest and stick up for your rights that you deserve to have. Guess what? They're doing the same exact thing. They're protecting their rights. You have your rights, they have their rights. Just ignore it. Just because you don't understand or identify with it, just because they're transgender doesn't mean that they are a pedophile or a predator. Just like someone else, like a priest. He's not a predator or a rapist. Some are. And that's the very few minority. You don't take the minorities and make it a big deal. You guys are not understanding the facts or the statistics. You guys are just being really fucked up in the head and childish. I swear to God, I've seen people in elementary school, second and third graders, who identify this issue better than you guys do. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you that immature and childish that you can't understand? God damn it. So somebody did some research. They called 17 schools to see if there was a transgender bathroom issue. And guess what? Out of those 17 schools that allowed transgenders to use the bathroom, guess how many issues there was? None. Zero. Zilch. Guess what that means? It's not a fucking issue. There are other issues that we need to worry about, like mass shootings. And before you guys go on a freaking rampage against me saying, oh no, you want to take our guns away. No, that's not it. I believe everybody should own a gun if they want to. I'm not saying take guns away. I'm saying we have better gun control laws. Like getting checkups once or twice a year by a psychiatrist. It's not that big of a deal. You know what? If you're fucking nuts, you don't get a fucking gun. I'm sorry. If you're mentally unstable, you shouldn't be owning a gun. And I think everybody would agree to that. It's not that big of a deal. If you're fine, you have nothing to worry about. But if you're mentally insane, you shouldn't have a gun. Or if you're violent and you feel like you're just going to shoot everybody up, again, you shouldn't be owning a gun. It's just the way it's going to be. I am more worried about a kid getting a hold of his parents' gun and shooting up the kids at the school than some kid who uses the bathroom with the sex they identify with. Where's the threat, really? Where is the real threat? You know what this boils down to? Homophobia. It's exactly what it is. In fact, you guys are so fucking stupid you can't separate the two different issues here. Just because you're afraid of gays and you automatically apply it because someone feels different about themselves, and you can't separate the issue and you automatically, oh, wait a minute, I'm stupid. There can only be one issue here. They are different and they act different, so they must be gay or lesbian, so I gotta hate them too. And you know what? Transgenders can be gay, someone can be straight. It's who they identify with. It doesn't matter. But you've been trying to suppress gay rights for years, trying to stop them get married or have basic rights. And what do they do to you? Nothing. It does nothing to you. It has no effect on your life. The only effect it has on you is because you don't like it. And you're doing the same thing with the transgender people. You're hiding behind this facade saying, oh, this is my religious right and it's going against my rights. And it's not. You're just hiding behind that and you're making excuses to justify your hatred, saying it's infringing on your rights. Now, I'm not saying that all religious conservatives are like this. Some are very accepting and are open to these ideas, but it's the ones who are making the biggest deal out of them who are the biggest hypocrites of them all. And the majority of the ones who are bitching about this whole thing are Christians or some type of Christianity. And you know what? This is what is the most disturbing thing ever. It's so hypocritical of them to be judging someone like that. Even Jesus says, you know what? Just accept people who they are. It doesn't matter. He was accepting. Why can't you even follow your own religion and follow his footsteps? But no, you turn this whole thing into something that is just not even a part of your religion anymore. It's like evolved to its own hate group. And though some are and some aren't, it's the ones who are making the biggest stink are the ones who are making everyone else look bad. Alright, I'm done. I just said what all I could say about this subject. It bothers me to the point where people are just so crazy about just, killing off someone else's rights. That's the problem I have with. And I know after this video, I'm going to be called a social justice warrior. The fact that I am not, and people like to throw that around. It's like, oh, you disagree with me. You're a social justice warrior. There's a difference. I'm trying to stick up for somebody's rights. And I'm bringing to your attention how bad you are. And sometimes, the people who are calling social justice warriors are the worst ones. They are probably the worst social justice warriors out there. You know what? Check your facts. Stop throwing that term around just because someone disagrees with you on something. Look it up and find out what the real definition is. You know, there's a difference between fighting for someone's civil rights and being a douchebag. Just saying. Just saying.